My name is George Ross, age 58, occupation IT specialist, project management, and leading technology teams. I am originally from Los Angeles. I'm a native Californian. Graduated high school and then I went into the Air Force. Stayed with them for 3 years active and 3 years active reserve. I'm a Vietnam vet. I came back to the U.S. and I decided I got to get to work, got to find a job. So I became a grocery clerk. I did that for about 9 years. And at about the 6-year mark, I realized that I was not really that happy being a grocery clerk and went back to school. I became a data center manager and voila, I am now in IT. I just sort of fell into it and I've stayed with IT ever since. I got in touch with some people at Rudolph and Sletten. Rudolph and Sletten is a contracting company, general contractors. They had just won a major contract to build a Kaiser Hospital up in Vacaville, big $500 million project. He said, "Would you be considered doing something with us in the construction?" I said, "Well, what are you talking about? Tell me about it." And we got to talking, and he was telling me they need to put IT infrastructure, and I said, "I can do that." I was having a blast. This was one of the best jobs I think I could have done. It was just so much fun. And by 2008, the hospital was done, the infrastructure was in, everything worked. I was really pleased. The problem is, that date I threw out there just now, 2008, kind of resonates with a lot of people with the economy. It tanked. And Rudolph and Sletten, being a construction company, they started hurting. They were laying off people, and I was one of the early layoffs because the project was done. They had no place to put me. And not until April 2010 did I find some work. So it was 17 months I was unemployed. In that 17-month period, we had to live off of money we had set aside that was supposed to be for retirement. Living on whatever money we could, and my wife's daycare. She makes fairly well with the daycare now. But for a while there, we were burning through our savings, something fierce. After 17 months of being laid off, the opportunity to join a company called HMS Technologies. It was in April of last year. Joined with them. It was supposed to be a very long-term contract situation with the VA. I was told if I go with them that I was secure in finding a position because they had other work to go to if the VA fell through. Well, it didn't prove out to be that way. I've now been in the mode of searching for work again. Job search that I'm going through now is being done primarily at networking. Because I've had such a broad spectrum of different places of employment, I know a lot of people. And I've just recently got my PMP certification. I'm using everything I can to find a position. One of the issues that a lot of people deal with who are 50 and older is age discrimination. This house originally I bought several years ago. It sold for just over $180,000. It appraised at the height, when it was at the most, for $740,000. It is now appraising for just over $400,000. When the kids were going through school, I did that very poor choice of refinancing the house to pay for their education, avoiding a lot of student loans for them. But now the house is upside down significantly, and we can't even get out from under the house because the situation is that we're living on basically my wife's income right now. And my wife doesn't have an income if we leave this house. So we're stuck. We have to be here.